Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to the Chupacabra Tutorials channel. I'm your host Larry, and today we're going to be experimenting with some different stuff inside of Subnautica 2 to see what exactly you can get away with when using the new foundation, specifically the Superconducting Foundation. So I'm sure you can guess you can stick a bunch of different stuff on this thing, although it does not let you build inside of these currents. But you can build almost all the way up to the current, so I'm curious if you can use this in order to kind of game the system and somehow boost the hydroelectric generator when using it outside your base on something like this. So it looks like we can get very close to the platform, but it's still currently only registering 0 electricity. So what happens if I attach a power transformer to it? What happens then? Okay, so it looks like it still only generates 12 power, which kinda is what it is, I guess. So that's unfortunate. I'm hopeful then, since we can't use, or at least we can't use right now, these power multiplication platforms for these turbines, that perhaps we will be able to get a more new and improved alien turbine in the future. Because if there's more of these water currents everywhere, and this is currently one of my favorite ways to generate electricity, mostly because you can hide them out of the way and they're not, you know, a giant ugly eyesore, then I would definitely want to be able to do that without having to expend a bunch of resources to build, like, you know, 60 or 70 of these things like I already do right now. Because then now we're getting like 60 power, which I like, but I also want it to be doubled if I'm going to bother to spend the money on one of these platforms. So, there you have it. Alright, so for the next one, I'm going to stick the power platform somewhere over here next to my base. And I'm curious how well these platforms behave in proximity to the surface. So we're near the surface here in this giant pile of wreckage. How well do these behave when I want to place them above the water? I guess they behave just fine, so if you wanted to, you could definitely go up here and build, although I don't really give myself a terribly great way to get up there, which I probably should have thought about prior to this. Okay, this'll work, I think. Alright, nope, not quite. Come on, you can do it, I believe in you. Alright, well that's why we have fly. So here under my mods, I will show how to fly. Butterfly in the sky, you can fly twice as high. Take a look, it's probably glowing nonsense on the horizon. It's Larry on Subnautica. Alright, what do we got? We got some solar panels. There's also the duplex solar panels, but like, I don't know if those are sticking around or when those are getting properly added, but you know what? Why not? Let's go ahead. So these each produce 40 power, and when you place them on top of here, it then increases each one to about 80 power. So that's pretty good, if you ask me. Although I feel like these are eventually going to be like way bigger, because if you look, the sort of like preview size of these is like twice the size of what they end up being. I also have a feeling that these are also supposed to be like alien solar panels, where we put a little alien metal in here, like that troilite, and then all of a sudden we've got superior power generation going on. They've also got some particle effects that happen when you put them on top of here. Does that happen when you put them on top of here? A regular one? Doesn't look like it. So you get some random power particles when you put the new and improved solar panels on one of these. What happens if we put another one of these foundations next to it. Does that also happen with regular solar panels? Do they also get a weird particle coming out? They do. So when you put basically anything on top of one of these new booster panels, it will start to just start spilling little blue particles of energy everywhere. That's kind of neat. And then I'm assuming the way that this works is you still just attach power beacons to these bad boys. We're not going to ask what this thing's floating on, considering it's above the water. And we'll just bring this down over here to my base. Voila! Now it's... Well, I had a bunch more power because I put a bunch of these bad boys over here, so it didn't really matter, but now you know how well these work in conjunction with solar panels versus the hydroelectric wind turbine things, which basically don't interact with it whatsoever. That. And we'll fall back into the ocean. And then for our next destination, we're gonna go where it's pretty spicy, pretty toasty, pretty roasting. And we're going to see how the platforms behave then, and why I like the notion of having the foundations back, because there's just a lot of places that you cannot build properly without them. This being a good example of if I try to use one of these thermal plants, there's a lot of places that you can't really put a thermal plant, or at least not many of them, where you can see this kind of just like clips through parts of these rocks where I feel like they should be able to, even if it's at a weird angle, be like placed down. As it used to be, you could put things like at a weird tilt all the time in previous versions of Subnautica games, so why not this one? But instead, I can put down one of those superconducting foundations, and you're going to stick it really close to the lava vent. And then all of a sudden we have what could be argued is one of the, if not the, best ways to generate a boatload of electricity. So now we can put them all back to back to back to back, as close as we can shove all of them. And now all of them are in prime efficiency mode. Although it doesn't actually register that these... Okay, hold on. So it registers that this foundation is a base, but it's not actually registering that they generate power yet. So currently, these only register electricity when you place those new solar panels on them, or any solar panel at all. Interesting. Because each one of these is 16. So that explains the 64 bits of power. So this isn't doubling these at all, even though all of these are literally sitting on a power boosting alien platform. So they don't actually work for anything with solar panels right now. That's interesting. I would have assumed, because these are making solid contact with this surface and not being rejected by the build system, that this was a relatively efficient and intentional way to use these, but I guess I was wrong. So maybe this is only meant to be used in conjunction with alien technology. So it doesn't matter if you build one of these platforms, because the only thing that they, at least it seems like, that they can do is improve power for things that are hybridized technology. And I think the fact that, do these work at all for regular solar panels if I just place regular solar panels on it? No, it definitely does. It definitely doubles regular solar panels, just like it doubles the expensive solar panels. It's just not anything else. Huh. And obviously I can't put a bioreactor outside the base, so I can't double the output of a bioreactor, which would be the other thing that could be useful. Okay. Well, that's good to know. So I guess I'll leave off here for that. That kind of answers the question of what you can use these for. I hope you enjoyed this little preview about what the new energy boosting foundations can and cannot do at this time. And also the fact that that jelly in the background decided that that was a good time to jork it. So bye everybody and have a good one.